What is up, YouTube? I know it's been a second. I know I haven't been here and I want to talk about all that one day, but today we're gonna hit a chest and shoulders day, more of a shoulders chest day. It's only a little tad of chest today, but more shoulders than anything because I feel like my shoulders have been lacking. But I'm excited for you guys to be back here. I'm sorry that I haven't posted or anything like that in a second. In reality, wasn't going through a good time, and when are any of us really? But there was a big mental just block in my head that I had to get rid of, and to be honest, I had to fight it, get rid of it, and then understand when I was 110% so I can come back to this, because generally I love doing these YouTube videos. Maybe a lot of people don't look at them. I generally love making them for you guys because I love making the actual original authentic clips of me, because I'm not just the 90 seconds or the 60 seconds you see on my story. I'm like that times 10, you know? So I love these exact things and I can't wait to keep working out with you guys, and we're gonna make this more consistent. I actually promise that, and it's something that I'm gonna make more fun for me and make more authentic and make more anything for me. But other than that, we're gonna go to crunch. It's like, what time is it? 4:43, so we'll probably get there around like 5 something, so there won't be like too many people. But yeah, shoulders, a tad of chest. Let's get it. Not at OG. I mean, we're not at crunch. So early. I can't think really. But so I'm looking at the times it opens up, and I swore it opened up at 5 a.m. That's why I woke up a little bit later today, and you're probably like, what? Later is 4 a.m.? Yeah, I've been waking up at 3. But that's just been because of my tendency and trying to mix it in with work. But we're at OG. We're still gonna get a good workout in. I guess this is a great example of just showing how my workouts, something I love to just put in is the fact that you can do these workouts literally anywhere. You can do them in a hotel, gym, you can do them quite literally anywhere, and you can always mix and match exercises if you don't have something. So today's gonna be a prime example of that, and I'm kind of excited for that. So it's as if this was kind of planned already. But we're gonna start off with some ATG stuff. Really, and if you haven't been with me before, ATG is a corporation that focuses on the fundamentals of fitness and health. So the fundamentals of fitness and health require our joints, require just our longevity-based things. They really reduce injuries such as that, and it helps me with full range of motion, and that's something I really try to push on this channel. So we're gonna hit some ATG stuff just so we can release. I think we're gonna do some Smith curls, and we're gonna do some external rotations just for our shoulders so we feel a little bit better. I always have like a little rough nut in my left shoulder. Like this morning I was stretching a little bit and it hurt like a big pop. It was hilarious. It didn't hurt or anything, but we're just gonna see from there. Yeah, let's fucking get it. So we got 20 pounds here for external rotations. Open out just like this. Control it all the way down and up. Haven't been with me before. This strengthens our rotator cuff. Why would we want to strengthen that? Just so we don't tear it at any point and tear a rotator cuff, because that would be horrible. And then not only that, but strengthens our back deltoid just a little bit, just enough so that we reduce shoulder pain, because a lot of the time shoulder pain is just there because the muscles around the shoulder aren't strong enough, especially that back deltoid and the traps. 10 on each side. If you were to do this on your own, I would start with a lighter weight. I started with like a 7.5, and I'll do it for 8 on each side. Keep a right angle of a hand placement with your elbow, and then keep the shoulder back just as so. Oh, I do hate those though. And then we're gonna do some open style chest flies. So, I know I said Smith curls, but I'm like, my bicep is feeling a little funny today. So open style, so we're gonna come out like a bear hug and squeeze up. Big bear hug, control it with the chest and up. So we got 20 of these. So 3, 4, 5. I need. Ooh. And some of you are probably wondering what's the difference between those and a regular chest fly. The regular chest fly, trying to keep it more inside, more of a bend of the elbows. With me, especially with these, I'm just trying to get open in my first couple, my warm-up set. Trying to get open, trying to get blood to the body parts that I'm focusing on this day. So I'm getting it to my chest, of course, and then my shoulders for the external rotations. And then we're gonna end off with some band pull-aparts. One thing I always find so funny with myself is that I wear these pump covers like a hoodie or something, you know, and then I want to take it off like 5 minutes in because my skin gets so irritated from just feeling so contained with anything. It could be a sweatshirt, it could be like the smoothest sweatshirt ever, and still, it's so funny. So I already feel like taking it off, which is funny, so I'll probably take it off. And we got 30 reps of this, just like this. And I know it doesn't look too easy for me, but I mean, it doesn't look hard for me. It's just because I've been doing it for so long. I don't know what number I'm on. 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, great first set. We're gonna take this off. Already feeling a little bit more comfortable. Back to these external rotations. You know, but since I've been away, my focus has more been with developing more strength and hypertrophy, of course, but more than recently, a lot of strength. I've been collecting the data and all those things. As you see, like my book right there, haven't been here before. I record almost every single rep, every single weight I do, just so I can come back to it and be like, okay, could I have done more? Because I always have a tendency of wondering if I could do more, if I could put my body through more. And I always evaluate at the end, saying if it was just right, if it was too easy, or if I couldn't even get to the set amount of reps that I said I wanted to. And one big thing is, I've been thinking about it more recently, is that I'm probably gonna do this phase of just strength and hypertrophy more, which has been around the 8 to 12 rep range, a little bit to 15 sometimes, just so I can add a little bit of volume. But in about 2 weeks, let's do it. So starting 2 weeks, because today's Sunday, we're gonna start a volume series of me just pumping volume out, just raw volume, so I can pump more and more and more and more out. And I mean volume, not too much volume, of course, because I like to keep my workouts at least an hour, and some people 2 hours and shit, max 90 minutes. But volume of just 4 straight exercises in one go, like 7 sets of each or something like that. Just so I can play around with that, because what I love to do is push my body in different ways that I never thought I could before. So I'd love to take you guys on that little journey as well. But that's something to keep in mind for the future. But back to what I was saying with recording data. I wish I did that when I first started, like recording how much weight I did or anything of the sort. And I've been using my book, but then if you've also been keeping me up on socials, keeping up with my app, ToTheMax Fitness. It's on iOS, it's on Android. I absolutely love it. I may be a little biased, but I love it. It's able to track my heart rate, all those nice things, you get me? And again, my flies are such as like that because I'm trying to get blood flow to those shoulders. but also get that blood flow to my chest a little bit, such as those being chest flies. Then we're gonna grab it more in the middle than we did last time, right at the chest. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. One last set of this. Right, so we're gonna be on the first part of our workout. We're gonna start with some real delt raises. Gonna do 2 warm-ups and then 3 working sets, so a total of 5 sets. This is how I write it down, evidently. So this is a workout journal. If you saw my other ones, I used to have this like big notepad, and then the other trainer here actually like took my lead and wanted to start writing them down, and he found this one. So I was like, yo, this one's actually, I love this one. But these are 15s right now, and we're gonna do this for about 15 reps. And then my second set, depending on how this feels, it should feel pretty easy. We're gonna do a range of 15 to 12 reps. And then from there, we'll up the weight to about 25, up it by 10 pounds or something of the sort. And then start a working set from there, because these should feel pretty easy. So, big thing I think about here, depending on what I'm trying to hit, if I'm hitting shoulders and back, I'm putting my hands pronated. So pronated is facing down, supinated is facing forward in this sense, so facing towards the sky. But in this sense, we actually want to hold it neutral, because if I'm hitting back, I want a pronated because it's gonna hit more of the traps and more of my upper back. For me right now, I'm trying to just hit those rear delts. So in being in neutral, I'm focusing so much more on the outside of my shoulders, such as so. Just a little fun fact. So we're gonna hit about 15 of these. Whew. Good. And then really, if you look, I'm trying to little pause at the top. With that pause in the top, I'm able to kind of hold it a little bit longer. And then what I do now on the second warm-up set is that I focus more on the eccentric. So the concentric, bringing it up, that's a little easier for me, right? Because that's the most justified thing we can do. We can lift the weights, right? But the biggest thing is being able to hold it or sustain it all the way down, and that's called isometric or eccentric. Isometric is holding at the top per se, and then eccentric is on the way down. So I'm gonna tell you my tempo right now. So my tempo of 1, holding at the top for 2 seconds, and then 2 seconds all the way down. The reason why I do that is just so I can warm up the body a little bit more, understand how it's feeling today, understand what's gonna go on if I feel strong today, such as that. So that was 60 seconds. Coming right back here, going to neutral. Let's get it. Ooh. All right, so I feel fucking weak today. As you saw there, I didn't hold it at the top for 2 seconds, hold it for like more, 1.5. But that was enough for me to feel justified in that 2.
that 2-second hold at the top and then holding a little bit down. Hopefully you can see the difference between the two, because I feel like the first one, just going up and down, really didn't have any thought to it. The second one was way more intentful on the exploding up, going up, and then coming down. For rear delt raises, these are the only ones where I really emphasize the elbow bend, because it's such a weird movement. If we go a little straighter, we're gonna hit we could hit some trap in this position, because when we're leaning forward, we're making the body use our shoulders up here, so our traps per se, and I wouldn't want to do that. So coming out here, you see me move with it as well. That's okay. I'm not using a momentum. Momentum is when we're coming up and down like that. So now we're gonna go to about 12 reps. We're gonna up this weight to 25s. Absolutely love this angle, and I really wanted to talk about it for a second. So you saw me just doing the 30s for about 10. We're gonna get 30s for 8. This is the last set. Really, why I did this, the way I did this is, and I want to tell you my thought process really quickly, is because I'm staying with the 30s rather than go to the 25s, because I can sense that I still have more in me when it comes to rocking and when it comes to how everything. So right now it's gonna be, I'm gonna pump some partials at the end, I'm gonna hit failure, and then I'm gonna drop down to 25s and give me another 10. So understanding my body, understanding that, okay, I can pump these out for at least 6 good form, and then pump out at least 4 partials or 3 partials of the sense, like good partials, not rocking partials. And then from there, just really take the advantage of that weight really quickly, and then drop down to the 25s, and then that be that, and then move on to the next round. So I kind of wanted to show that and then show it right now. So let's get it. We're in 8, at least 8 or 10 or 9, at least involving 2 or 3 partials, and then dropping down to 25s, which is at least gonna be at least 10 reps. So let's get it. So the bars just came out on the drop set. Whew, that was good. But just as that, man, I could have sat there and been like, man, those 30s on the 4th set were pretty hard. Let me drop back down. I didn't, took it all the way to 10 actually. And from there, showed myself something new, you know? That 30s real delt wise, maybe pretty good, but then also watching this video, maybe I could have done something a little differently. Especially when we're in neutral grip, you're using a lot of the shoulder blades as well. So that's something that's also inquired as well. So you have to think about all avenues of lifting, but that was pretty good, I think. All right, moving to the next exercise. I think we're gonna do, we had rear delt. I wanna end off on shoulder press, so maybe 2 more exercises. So let's do some lateral raises, I think. I'm gonna do cable lateral raises because I haven't done those in a second. And then some front delt raises, I think supersetted with it. So let's get it. Okay, so on second thought, I wanna actually do some standing lateral raises to show you guys exactly the kind of mindset that I go through, because I see all the time people like spamming these, but then I also see people doing too low of a weight. And in the past I've done the same, but for different reasons. You know, I haven't always been on the hypertrophy based. I've always been kind of on what my body feels to be good, get the movement in kind of thing. Now more recently it's been more strength based, more how big can I get based, more I've just been more bodybuilding, you know, and that's the big focus. So today, I think I just want to do the standing lateral raises instead of just ISO, because I realized I also did ISO the other day. So I'd rather get both of them. We're going to start with 30s. And the big thing, I want you to think about keeping that core engaged. so you're not swaying as much. I don't have a shirt on, I don't have a chain. I gotta get a chain so I can put this on it, like an Alex Eubank. But I'm gonna aim for about 10 and then come back to you guys. And then we're probably gonna do about only 3 sets of this, but just so I can show you exactly what we got going on. All right, so those actually feel really good. Big thing I focus on is keeping the arms as straight as possible, and I'm pointing out diagonally for more of that mid-lateral range. And the big thing I'm thinking about is just pushing out. I'm pushing out. When I reach that top, if you look, I'm sustaining there for at least like 1 second, maybe like a couple milliseconds. But I'm standing at the top, and what's happening is that I'm able to get more tension. And then now what's gonna happen is that I'm gonna hold the top a little bit, but then try to hold the descent even more. We're gonna go up and weight for this top set. It's gonna be about 8, and then the last set, depending on how this top set feels, whether sticking to the 30s or sticking with the 35s that I'm about to grab. Can't speak. And we're gonna go for AMRAPs, as many reps as possible. There we go. Little camera angle change. So the reason why I changed it, I want you guys to see how I get it up from that angle you guys saw before. You don't really see how high I got it up. You see that maybe I went right below where I was supposed to get it up, but in actuality, I'm getting it up to eye level, just about eye level, and then sustaining all the way down. So about 90 seconds of rest right here. I've already done them, so I gotta get it to now. But we're getting 8, at least 8. Holding that good form, diagonally out, starting from the quads with the pause at the bottom for at least 2 seconds, so we can fully just not use momentum. All right, so not feeling too strong on those. Probably couldn't get it up as much as I wanted to. So evidently, I like what's going on, but I'm gonna probably drop down. Actually, no, we're gonna stick with the 30s. Probably drop set it because I kind of want that burn. I'll drop set dramatically. I'll drop set from the 35s to the 25s, so I get a little more extra pump in there, blast them. As many reps as possible with these, as many reps as possible with those. When I say that, I try to at least hit the last set I did, so at least 8 or close to that, you know, when it comes to the partials, when it comes to the involving partials. And then that drop set to at least 2 more than the previous reps I did. So if I did 8, I'm gonna do 10. If I did 10, I'm gonna do 12. If I did 12, I'll do like 15 because I don't like 14. Sounds weird. So we're gonna do 35s. I'm gonna see if I can get a different camera angle for you guys so you can see it differently. But yeah, last set, best set. That's how you fucking do that. The only mess that we ever allow. Fuck yeah. We're killing it. I'm writing down the stuff in the booklet right now. And then from there, we're gonna do some front delt raises on that cable machine right there. Oh shit, that hit me hard. That first set was just about form, really. A little warm-up set, even though why would I really need a warm-up? It's just because the form on this one is so important, really. So I jumped it about like 15 pounds right now. So a big thing, we got 15 there, sustaining all the way down. Now we're gonna hit at least 12 to 10, probably maybe 8, depending on how this weight feels. From there, really focusing on that front delt right here. That felt good right there. So trying to get it up to eye level every single time. When I can't, that's when I know that I'm getting tired. So we're gonna hump it up. This is gonna be kind of this one that we're about to do is 6 set. That's what I'm thinking about. 2 sets, I mean, my fault. The first one was like one more warm up. Didn't really feel anything there. Whew. Okay. I'm thinking that we're probably just gonna hit 1 chest exercise. Now I'm thinking about it, because the shoulder is actually this shoulder workout's actually pretty good. So I may just stick it to shoulders. But right now we got 10 reps for shoulder press, maybe 2 more sets, and we're gonna see what weight we can get up to. The next set's gonna be a top set. Hopefully, if I can get to this 10. So I think we can, but let's fucking get it. All right, and that's the end of the workout. I'm gonna do some poses now. I feel like a massive pump in my shoulders and my chest, so we'll see how this looks. Been practicing my posing via my reels on IG and TikTok. If you don't follow me there. Much more active than here. Soon that will change, but for the time being, it's IG, TikTok, and I'm gonna start posting on YouTube Shorts again as well. But let's get to the posing, see what best we can do with this. So this is my time to talk to you guys. So recently, I've been really posing and such because it'd be really cool one day. Well, not one day, next year, early next year or late next year, whenever the competitions are, to do a bodybuilding show. And my posing isn't the best. Gotta work on it, of course, but everything comes practice and experience. And this just plays into it. Even though I did chest dips as the only back exercise, my only chest exercise, I still feel pretty pumped up, which is pretty cool. And turn around. What I love recently doing, front double bicep vacuum. Whew. Forget any classic. And that'll be it for this video. I'm back. That's what this video really is. I hope you enjoyed. We're gonna be, what are my plans for the rest of today anyway, so I can let you guys in. I started phase 1 recently, you know, and that's been going pretty good. Phase 1 of the Live Hard program. If you don't know what that is, check out podcast number 208 by Andy Frizella on the Real AF podcast. He talks about the 75 Hard Challenge and the Live Hard program. It's a little extensive, so I won't get into it right now. But I hope you enjoyed again. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comments. What I want to do before I end this video, I want you guys to drop some questions down for me, and I would love to do a Q&A maybe during the next video or something of the sort, just so we can kind of talk again, you know, and all those things. I'd love to hear about what you guys want to learn more about, or maybe more about me. However it be, drop any questions you have. I'd love to answer them next video. And before we go, keep hitting to the max, and I love you guys.